For the last few months, I've been getting my baby to sleep all through the night. Wondering how I do it? Then this video is just for you. Just like every new mom, I really used to struggle to get my baby to sleep through the night. Finally, after speaking to a lot more experienced mothers and some trial and error, my little one gets a full night's sleep. Today, I'm going to share with you everything that I've learned. Do you want to know how to get your baby to sleep through the night? Then keep watching. The approach. When it comes to getting your baby to sleep all through night, there are a lot of options you can choose from. The first and the most controversial method is the cry it out. While it might sound harsh, especially for Indian mothers who don't like to hear their babies cry, trust me, this works. More on this later. The second one is the no cry approach. This is the exact opposite of the cry it out. This method states that whenever your baby wakes up, you give them proper care. This means changing them, feeding them, and rocking them till they fall back asleep. The third approach is a sort of a mixture of both the techniques. In the faded method, you're around your child should they need you. You then slowly move the crib away each night. You can also reassure them every time they cry without picking them up. The Ferber Method. This is the cry it out I was referring to earlier. You leave your baby alone, and if they cry, you wait for a specified amount of time before you soothe them. In this method, initially it will be very heart-wrenching to hear your baby cry, but be patient, you're not abandoning them. You're simply teaching them how to self-soothe. Here's a sample pattern that you can follow. Pat your baby and soothe her as you place her down. Leave the room and close the door behind you. You can start leaving her alone for 5 minutes. If she's still crying, go in and soothe her. Then leave for 10 minutes and wait. If she's crying again, go in and comfort her. Repeat the same until she falls asleep. Prevent insect bites. Insect bites can interrupt your baby's sleep. The irritation and swelling can make it difficult for your baby to fall asleep again. Children cannot self-soothe if there's any irritation or discomfort. To prevent this, most parents use mosquito net, which is not always convenient. They're also scared of using repellents which are loaded with chemicals. Most repellents available use chemicals like DEET, which are actually insecticides and harmful for the baby. I use Mama Earth's natural repellent, which is based out of citronella and lemongrass oils. It can even be used with infants and has no synthetic smell added to it. The Happiest Baby. This is the Havikap method. You try and recreate the noises, movements and the whole environment of the womb. For this, you use the 5 S's strategy. Swaddle, side of stomach, shush, swing and suck. Swaddle. Wrap your baby up snugly in a tight blanket. This helps recreate the snugness of a womb. Side or stomach. Putting your baby on her side or stomach can be used to calm them down, but it's important to place them on their back when they're asleep. Shush. Babies sometimes need a calm, reassuring noise to keep them calm. You could experiment with different white noises. Swing. Use gentle swinging motions to help the baby fall asleep. This reminds them of the gentle movements in the womb. Suck. You can give her a pacifier to suck on. According to CARP, if done correctly, the 5 S's strategy works 98% of the time. Stick to a daytime routine. Most babies sleep for up to 12 to 18 hours a day and need to be fed for every 3 to 4 hours. However, they do have a longer sleeping cycle that can stretch to 5 hours. What I did was not to allow my child to sleep for more than 3 hours during the day. I would wake her up to change her and feed her. It was okay if she falls asleep immediately as long as her sleep pattern was interrupted. However, they will still wake up once for a feed, at least for the first 2 to 3 months. Make sure this is only for the feed. If you start cradling your child or start talking or singing to them, they will assume it's time to wake up. Limiting any unnecessary noise or activity will help them fall asleep quickly all over again. As your baby gets older, they will require less feeding. Most babies will be able to go up to 6 hours without requiring a feeding. This is around the 4 to 6 month mark. This is when you can start shifting the last feed. Evolving sleeping patterns. As your baby grows, her sleep pattern will change. Newborns can sleep for a maximum of 3 hours at a stretch. 2 to 3 month old babies can sleep for 5 to 6 hours at a stretch. However, they will require a feed at the night. By the 4th month, they can sleep up to 8 hours at a stretch. By the 6th month, there's absolutely no need for nighttime feedings. Your baby will have no problems sleeping through the night. Nighttime rituals. A nighttime routine will help your baby know that it's time to fall asleep. Observe your child. Notice when they sleep the longest. If they sleep from 10 to 2, you can start the routine from 9 or 9:30. Next, slowly incorporate the routine. Add one activity at a time. Again, there is no set order, but a few things that always work are a warm bath, cuddled up feedings, massages and lullabies. Practice putting your child to sleep just as they doze off. This will ensure that they fall asleep on their own. Change the routine based on what your child's needs are. Here's my trick. I send in my husband to check on her when she wakes up at night. This trick will make the baby realize that crying will not help her get any easy midnight snack. Within a week, she will know that she can sleep without the need for a feed. Use a security object. Separation anxiety is one of the major reasons that babies find it difficult to fall asleep at night. Introducing a security object, something like a blanket or a soft toy, will help comfort them. Start by placing it in the crib and use it during playtime. This will help them familiarize with the object and form a bond with it. Babies have a very strong sense of smell. My tip would be to try and get the object to smell like you. This will make it easier to pacify them. While these methods usually work very well, you must also take into account that every baby is different. For instance, what worked on your first might not work on the second. You might have to adapt some of these methods to suit your child's needs. Did you like the video? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give a thumbs up if you found it useful. Also, please do subscribe and click on the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos from the MomJunction channel.